Hello everybody, quick story time. This is really special for me because um, the cards that you see in front of you, I have finally found these cards. It's probably been close to 20 years since I've seen them. I kind of lost track of them at my father's house, and I kind of couldn't find them anywhere. So the other day, probably about 2 days ago now, I randomly came across just a random box, that cardboard box, and inside of it I found Yu-Gi-Oh cards and a bunch of other games, card games that I used to play, starting from the 2000s and up. So like there was like a Bleach card game in there, UFS, Lord of the Rings. Underneath all that, I found these hard cases, and I was like, no, this can't be. These are all my Pokemon cards from 1999 up until probably about 2001 or 2 maybe. You see here, all these cards have basically been in sleeves, or they've been in a hard case for about 20 years. And I haven't seen these cards in so long. I wanted to kind of share this with you because for me it's a very special moment. I'm just so happy that they're still there, that I didn't just randomly give them away to like a cousin or just get rid of them. Not really sure value wise. I'm sure there's possibly some money cards in here, but you know, that wasn't about that back then. I was actually just playing the game like everybody else, and like I said, just was kind of, you know, happy to find all this stuff. So I'll just show you some of the stuff I did find that I had pulled from a box. So I have here movie promos of Mewtwo, and these are all mint cards. I mean, these are all pretty sick. These are the movie promos. So here's a Dragonite, and a couple of Pikachus, and an Electabuzz. So like I was like, wow, okay, I haven't seen these. But yeah, these are all basically near mint. I haven't seen them in all these years, and here they are. Also, in the box that I have found that had a bunch of commons and uncommons, just kind of randomly looked. Here's a Dragonite. It's non-holo. First edition fossil card. Probably never been played, but it's pretty mint. Here comes a Team Rocket. This is when I stopped buying, was the Team Rocket set in the United States. I think I went to a pre-release back then, and I think a new card game came along called WWE Raw Deal. So I went ahead and picked that up. And then that was kind of it, because I was playing Magic, this, and whatnot. But here comes a Team Rocket. Here's a Ditto first edition, non-holo, from Fossil. Here's an Articuno from Fossil, that is first edition. Non-holo Dark Blastoise. Here's some first edition Jolteon. It looks like it was from Jungle. Flareon first edition. A Vileplume first edition. Fossil Magneton first edition. Electrode from Jungle. I think it's random Electabuzz from the base set. It's random rare cards and uncommons. It looks like a Dark Dragonair, a Pokemon Breeder, Energy Removal. Here's Unlimited Articuno, another Dark Blastoise, Computer Search. All kind of cool, all pretty mint. Like I said, these are all just kind of just sitting in a box, and they've been there, and I'm super happy to see them. Here is a bunch of cards and sleeves. So these are what I found these. Okay, so here is looks like a Shadowless Mewtwo. Didn't know. Had that. And here's another Shadowless Mewtwo. Here's two more Mewtwo cards that I had. I think it was probably for a deck back then, but these are have the shadows on them. So like bear with me, because some of these cards I don't know. There's a lot of, I know I bought a lot of Japanese cards because back then it was kind of hard to get these cards in the late 99, early 2000. These cards are kind of hard to get. So like my local game store, he was basically trying to get in anything he could at the time. I mean, stuff was crazy. People were clamoring for this stuff, and like he would just randomly get in like Japanese cards, packs. So this looks like a Japanese fossil. So I was like, trying to buy a Japanese. I bought what I could. I was only like 22 maybe. I was working. I was trying to play the game, and here's all the stuff there. I mean, all these. So these are old Ultra Pro sleeves. Like they're terrible. Okay, like, but that's all they had out back then. But you see here, it looks like a fossil Raichu. Here is a Chansey from some kind of maybe a gym trainer, Japanese gym trainers. That is Mewtwo. I'm not really sure if it's like a Team Rocket Mewtwo or what. I'll have to look it up. I mean, it's been years since I've seen all this stuff, so I don't really know. This looks like maybe it's a Machamp. Maybe Dark Machamp, maybe, from a Japanese set. Here's a Moltres from that set. It's like a couple of Kingdras. That's probably a Dark Vileplume. What is this? Wheezing, or is it a coughing? It's like a Rhydon. That's probably Misty's Golduck from Gym Trainers, I guess. This is a foil. I think I had this earlier. Team Rocket. Here comes Team Rocket, I think. Well, I'll have to go back and look. These are all hollow foils, by the way, that are in these sleeves. So, I mean, I would say like the majority of these haven't been played with. So, but they're in these sleeves. I'm probably going to change all these sleeves and whatnot. They've been basically just sitting around. And the sleeves, like I said, that they made were pretty terrible. So I'll go ahead and change these up later. So looks like a Vileplume. Looks like a Gyarados. Look at that. It is a Venusaur. It's a foil Articuno. Another Gyarados. A Japanese Moltres. Can't remember. This is Tentacruel, I think. This is, I think, a Giovanni's Persian. This is what was it? Electabuzz. Okay, so here's a Dark Doug Trio. A couple Dark Arboks. Like I said, back then I would think I got like some unlimited. I think that's all he can get in the store. I don't even think he can get the first editions of these. We got Dark Alakazam. Here we go, Dark Doug Trio. So that other card was a Japanese Rocket Sneak Attack. So, but you see here, this is, here's some the unlimited, I guess. This is a Magneton. Hey, look, this is a base set Venusaur. This is probably just a dirty sleeve. Like I said, I'll have to check it out. But glad to see it. I know I had the stuff. I just was sad I couldn't find it, but now I have it. Dark Slowbro. This is this is not a olive oil. Gotta get rid of that guy. A couple more Mews. Look at that Dark Gyarados. Gust of Wind. Oh, what's this? All right. It's a Mewtwo. Here's a base set Charizard. So, looks pretty good. And I think I might have played with this once or twice back then, but it's been in sleeves. So Dark Weezing and a Dark Golbat. Now, I'm not sure what all the Japanese cards, if people are still into collecting that. Like I said, I got them just because that was what I can get back then. So, I mean, it was just a while. You find American cards, they're getting bought up really quick. And, just like I said, had to make do. So, we're going to look at all this other stuff that I got. Here's a Raichu. There's another base set Raichu. There's a Japanese Dark Alakazam. Another Alakazam. It's a Fossil Lapras. Looks like Koga's Ditto. Rocket Dark Blastoise Japanese. There's a Persian. Giovanni's Persian. Magneton. Dark Alakazam. How did that happen? Cards got the sleeve. This is looks like a Shadowless Magneton. Here's the Ninetales from the base set. The Alakazam from the base set. Here's a Jolteon. Let's see. There's a Poliwrath. A Flareon Hollow. Jolteon. Here's a Nidoking from that base set. I recently found another one that I had just kind of randomly sitting in a box. So here he is. Looks like he's got a little bit of issues, I think. Here's another Venusaur. This is a Gyarados from back then. Wow. I remember this guy used to be really hard to get. And I think he was pretty hard to get back then. I think I only had one of him. That's all I could ever get. Here's a Clefairy. Here's another Nidoking. See, it's a Magneton. It's a Victory Bell. Dark Gyarados. Whoa, alright. Well, it looks like I own a Shadowless base Charizard. Well, gonna have to take a look at that thing, because he might have been played with, but he, again, like I said, he's been sitting in a box for 20 years. Here's also a pre-release Dark Gyarados for when the Team Rocket set came out in the United States. So that's pretty cool. Alright, this last pile here. Here's a Shadowless Raichu, looks like. It's a Ninetales. Got a Rainbow Energy. Golbat, Dark Trio. There's a Venusaur. Another one. There's another Moltres. This is it's like Kabutops, I guess. Here's another Venusaur. It's a Fossil Raichu. Here we go. Base set Zapdos, sorry. Ninetales and another Venusaur. And this looks like the last stack. Now, I know I have other cards. I have to find them, though. Like, I know I got... I found an old deck and it has basically a first edition like Wigglytuff in there. It's hollow. I do have a deck that I use. I had Hitmonchains and I had Scythers back then, and I think Electabuzz. I gotta find that deck because, like I said, there's at least 3 to 4 Hitmonchains and 3 to 4 Scythers in that deck somewhere. It's one of those things I couldn't find it, but I'm gonna start looking for them because, like I said, I'm this close to my complete collection that I had, and I just want to be able to hold on to them and just enjoy them. Here's an Alakazam. This is a Pidgeot. Another Raichu. Hey, look at that. There's a first edition fossil Raichu. Look, another Nidoking. See, it's a Charizard. Another Charizard. 3 of those guys. Rainbow Energy is a Mewtwo. A Dark Muck, and looks like a Abra, maybe. Poliwhirl. Hey, look, first edition Machamp. Hey, there he is. This is a Blastoise. It's a Poliwrath. Haunter. Lapras. So, yeah. I'm not really sure. So is that what? Can't remember. There's a Zapdos and a Chansey. This is a non-holo Chansey. I don't know why I held on to that. Looks like a Rocket Charizard. That's what that looks like. Dark Charizard, maybe. And 2, what is this? Lieutenant Surge Raichus. That's about it. Like I said, I have to find some other stuff, but I think this is the bulk of it. Like I said, I'm not sure how people feel about all these Japanese cards. I'll be taking a look at that here shortly. But that's my collection. I have found it, like I said, after 20 years. It's pretty special to me. Thanks for sharing this with me. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.